really without consent.
Without consent.
Without consent. And so then we're kind of held, I mean, I know this is a little extreme, but then we're sort of held hostage to,
This
well,
stuff we
advances.
have
Some people
today.
would call it advances, and but you know, it doesn't always feel like that. That's all I'm
Right,
saying. Yeah,
right.
so yeah. All right,
So
Kim, go ahead.
if you are just arrived, you're very welcome. We
Yes.
have begun to take names for the open mic, which will follow the featured readers. One poem, 3 minutes or less, please, in some way related to today's theme.
Amazing theme.
To sign up, simply type your name into the chat. You don't have to send a personal message to us. We'd prefer that you not do that. It's very simple. Just type your name into the chat and I will copy and paste you onto the list.
All right. Well, Kim, shall we check Lenny's sound
You
just
go
to
ahead
see?
and do that. I'm going to copy
All
and
right.
I'm going to start accumulating
Okay.
these
All
names.
right. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Lenny. Hooray.
So excited. I'm so excited. I love this book so much, and I can't believe I am the one that gets to read with Lenny. I'm so excited. Um, so Lenny, let's just check your sound for today. See how you're doing.
Testing, testing, testing.
Oh, yeah, you are terrific.
Nice and
You are
clear.
terrific.
Okay.
Nice and clear. Beautifully clear. Fabulous.
And
Wow.
I have one, Sandy, it is okay with you that I'm going to read when you're finished and you've had your closing thoughts with Lenny after his
Yeah,
reading,
yeah.
I'm
We're
going
good.
to introduce you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
My dear sister in poetry from
Thank you. Thank you so
from
much.
By the way, ladies, what's the theme of today's meeting or today's poetry session? You mentioned the theme?
It's pandemonium.
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 Okay.
Which I guess, like if you only read the first half of it, it could be panda.
It's quite a theme for the world we're
It's
in
it's
today.
quite um it's quite vast and electric.
Yes, indeed.
Quite vast and electric. When I think of this word, kind of like a poet that I also think really encompasses pandemonium really well. Here comes Anya Kirschbaum. Beautiful.
Yay.
Yay. Um, Catherine Ronan. Catherine Ronan's
Is
poetry.
in the room, I believe. Welcome, Catherine.
Well, there she is. I'm just like calling out. I just feel like
I am here and I'm thinking, all my poems are pandemonium,
that's
really?
what I'm saying.
Oh, it'd be hard to pick just one.
We are to pick just one. And I'm just thinking, I should just step aside. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
May I interrupt for a moment, ladies?
Oh, please do.
Nadine,
Please do.
Nadine, I have added you to the list, but could you please type out your last name for me so that I may easily just copy and paste it? And that would be great. And if you don't mind coming off mute, Nadine, and telling Sandy now how to say your last name.
I think I've got it, but it's okay. But I'd rather hear it from her, actually.
Are you hearing me? Nadine, are you in the room?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you. Yeah, absolutely.
It's Bolkhovitinov.
Bolkhovitinov.
Hey, you got it.
Bolkhovitinov. Yeah.
It's actually easy, but
It's actually very easy.
the first name is okay too. So
Yeah, well, I prefer I do. Yeah, I prefer to read people's names.
thank you.
It's so funny. Here's what happened the last time. I actually I'm not I'm not threatened by
names.
Yeah, I'm really not. I'm really not. And I felt like I had it because I've studied like Eastern European poetry, Russian, Ukrainian, like all of this, and so I studied the Russian language for a while. So um phonetically your surname is familiar. And the thing was, I was good. And whatever happened that day, somebody said something to me, like right before I was about, and it threw me off. And then I botched I botched it. So my apology. Like I was good, and then somebody like just said something and I freaked out, and then I just panicked.
So we have our first 12, everybody. And we hope that we'll be able to get to those first 12. It helps if everyone sticks to our guidelines for today. After our featured readers, one poem, 3 minutes or less, and Sandy will introduce you by threes when the time comes.
yes.
So you'll be paying attention, you'll be looking and listening. I'll be putting those names of those next three coming up in the chat, and we just go boom, boom, boom through those three, and then on to the next three when they're introduced. So for a few more minutes, the sign up for waiting list will still be open. But we may or may not have time to get past these first folks. So, hi, Kara. So glad you're here, and I will definitely start you on the waiting list.
Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, evening, whatever morning, whatever time it is in your particular time zone. We're just about 5 minutes out from the start of today's reading, our first reading for Sunday. And we are, today, it's our Poet's Focus on Pandemonium. And we will be taking, we are to the waiting list. It's going to be one poem up to 3 minutes, please. That makes the most space that we can possibly get for as many voices as we can for today's reading. Very much looking forward to hearing poetry from Lenny DellaRocca, who is the inspiration for this particular reading from Lenny's collection called Pandemonium, which we'll be getting to very, very, very shortly, quite shortly. And so thank you again for joining us today on this Sunday afternoon here in Eastern time zone today. Next time I'll be with you in the Western time zone for our new book showcase. And we're just about 3 minutes away. We are to the waiting list, so welcome those of you just hopping into the room. If you're interested in reading in the open mic, it's going to be one poem up to 3 minutes. That'll follow our featured readers. And so please do put your name in the chat as you would like me to pronounce it. And I will be, as I said, we'll be taking names. We are to the waiting list already, but we'll get in as many folks as we can in the 90 minutes. I'm doing a double header today, so I'm not likely to hang out too much after the reading today. And I also have to pack, Kim. I'm leaving tomorrow, so.
Would folks be interested? I don't mind going and getting the link to the registration for Sandy's
Oh, that's
official
very
launch
kind.
party.
That's
I'll
very
go
kind.
get that and put that
Okay,
in the
very
chat
kind
for
of you.
folks.
Very kind of you.
So we have 2 minutes until showtime, Sandy, and
Yeah, right.
I will take names for the waiting list up until the start of the program.
Very good.
So to
And I'll be
sign up for the waiting list, simply type your name into the chat. Have a wonderful reading, everyone, and I'll be back on to introduce Sandy when it's her turn. And
Thanks.
so looking forward to hearing both you and Lenny today.
Yay! And everybody else, of course, on the open mic. Well, we are just, thank you. That's Kim Ports Parsons. Of course, can't do this program without Kim and Don. Appreciate both of them immensely. Very glad you're all here. We're just about a minute away from our start for today's reading. It's our Poet's Focus on Pandemonium. Oh, I am so looking forward to. I'm so looking forward to what I already know, some of what Lenny is bringing, but I'm so looking forward to hearing how you all will be interpreting the poetry for today. And I'm gonna look for that signal, and we are at time. So one moment. Well, happy June, and welcome to Cultivating Voices. Bienvenidos. Kate Mila Falcha, 100,000 welcomes to today's program. You are here for the opening of our June month. June is always, always bursting with poetry. Also, it's our final month of readings before we have our summer hiatus. So we tend to just kind of turn it up a little notch for the month of June. And I'll be telling you in our program notes at the end of the program what you can look forward to as we are moving through the month. But today, it is our Poet's Focus on, wait for it, Pandemonium is the word for today. Poems about pandemonium. And we'll be hearing from two of our featured poets, Lenny DellaRocca from Lenny's collection titled Pandemonium. And I have the good fortune to read with Lenny from my new chapbook called Fire at the Big Top, which certainly was a source of pandemonium at the time of the fire and since through history. And all of you will be joining us on the open mic. Thanks to all of you joining us here in our Zoom room live. Those of you who are watching live on YouTube or on our Facebook platform. And of course, the many of you, scads of you that we know watch on our recording. And thank you, of course, for that recording. That is possible because of Don Krieger. And big shout out to Kim Ports Parsons for helping us out today for the open mics pre-setup. Well, we closed out May with a very rousing open mic, wild card open mic, a terrific lead-in to our Poets Focus today on Pandemonium. So I want to thank all of you who joined us, and those of you who were just here to listen. Of course, we can't have poetry without people listening to poetry. That would be like just speaking into a vacuum. So we're so thrilled that you're all here to listen and participate today for our reading series. Oh, I also want to say happy Pride Month. It's June. I meant that's a little tip of my hat to Pride there. And let's get the pandemonium started, I think. Just a few other housekeeping things though before we move to our first reader for today. Just a reminder that in this spirit of pandemonium, the chat is wildly live for you to use to show your appreciation for the poetry today. And of course, thanks to Kim, we'll be putting links, bios and links to readers today. Folks, a few of the resources, of course, we would so appreciate you purchasing 1, 2, 3 infinite copies of our books. Poetry is an amazing gift to be able to share with another human being, and or animals or nature. Just read it anywhere. So please, if you do have the resources and are so inclined, we will appreciate you supporting the poets and the presses for today. As I mentioned, the chat will be live during the program. And what else do I need to say? When it's Pandemonium, you don't say very much. You just kind of let Pandemonium run its beautiful, wild course. Well, and on that note, let me shift to our first reader for today. Lenny DellaRocca, when I read the poems in Pandemonium, this was months ago, I said, wow, really, this should be a topic for Poets Focus. I love the poems. And we've had this reading set up for months and months on end because I wanted to book it right away. I was just completely captivated and enthralled by the poems in Pandemonium. I didn't know that I was necessarily going to try to live up to the word of Pandemonium. But I think the topic of the setting for where my poems take place certainly will fit that bill, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, it was an absolute joy to be able to contact Lenny like winter and say, let's look ahead many, many months. Would you be willing to be like the featured poet with Pandemonium for our Poets Focus? And Lenny was terrific, and of course said yes, being the fantastic poetry citizen that Lenny is. And then to add the beautiful bonus, I'm at AWP and we got to meet in person finally. And so that was like the second layer of joy. It was like amazing. So we kind of got to chat about Pandemonium and chat about looking forward to this day that seemed very still far out in the distance. And now the absolute exuberance that we're finally here to the day. And I'm so looking forward to reading with you, Lenny. Thank you so very, very much, and for everything you do as Poetry Citizen. And with that, let me read Lenny's bio. Lenny DellaRocca's latest collection, Pandemonium, won the 2025 Slipstream Chapbook Competition, and his latest work can be found in Tupelo Quarterly, Denver Quarterly, I-70 Review, and Blaze Box. He has poems forthcoming in the Chiron Review and Rawhead, and in 2016, Lenny DellaRocca founded South Florida Poetry Journal, where he served as publisher and editor, or as affectionately called, Soflo Pocho. I love saying Soflo Pocho so much. He has just launched along with Jeff Santosuoso, the fabulous 12 Poets, an online poetry journal, publishing only 12 poets per issue. And certainly, Lenny, feel free to give a little more plug for that, to start off the reading today. I've had the opportunity to take a good glance at it, more than a glance. You will recognize many of the names in the first issue, and you will find it quite a compelling and wonderful read. So congratulations, not only for Pandemonium, but for this new venture of 12 poets. And with that, take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Sandy. And yeah, 12 Poets basically is an online journal that publishes 12 poets. That's it. That's all we're doing. Nothing else, no flash, nothing else. It's just poetry. The idea for me was to highlight poetry so that, and having only 12 sort of narrows it down to the reader so that you're not, having all of this other stuff coming at you. So you can focus in and spend a little bit more time, hopefully. It's 12poets.com, and we'll start reading again for issue 2 after 4th of July. I was gonna can I put in the chat my PayPal for the book, if I could do that? For Pandemonium?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'll put that in. It is 15 smackaroos, and it's signed. If you put your address in, I'll mail you the copy and $15, and then I'll send you a signed copy. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about how where does it go? Pandemonium came about. It's all prose poems. I had been putting together a collection of prose poems for a full length. And when I saw the Slipstreams competition for a chap, I decided to take from the full length and put it into a chap. And Pandemonium is also apropos for the way I put it together because it was haphazard. You know, how we often spend all this time and agonize over putting, what goes first, what should I put second, how do I end it? But I didn't do any of that. I just grabbed, X amount of poems and threw it in there, and it ended up winning. And I doubt they'll see that happen again. Anyway, so that's what that was, just haphazardly. So I'm going to start with the title poem, Pandemonium. And I think everybody here will probably get some of the references here. This opens with a line from the novel 1984 by George Orwell. The clocks are striking 13, and Liz Cheney says we're sleepwalking toward dictatorship. So I fill up the water balloons while everyone sings Freebird with their hair on fire. The elephant has figured out that the string that ties it to the stake is just a suggestion. Snap. The sudden mood erupts. Bats exit the bell tower by the thousands. The freedom to write has been erased by the 10 Commandments. Look, the salesman is selling instant angels near the Ferris wheel. Batteries not included. Just add water. It's possible an engine could suddenly appear in your parlor. It's possible an equation was overlooked by the robot that discovered fire. It's possible the Tin Man is listening to your conversations. What's that word from the end of East of Eden? Yeah, that one. Something nice must be done, but where does one find the emergency ritual before the comet loops the moon? I know. Place a bucket over the head of someone you love and bang real hard. Listen, this is the television confiscation brigade speaking. Come out with your pants up. Wait, I've just received a postcard from the Three Stooges. It says, Niagara Falls. Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch. And of course, I think many of you may remember that routine I think Abbott and Costello also did it, but I remember it best by the Three Stooges. So, Pandemonium, right? This one, let me go to, this is called Shutter Speed. And this is actually kind of sort of ekphrastic. I had seen a photo somewhere online of a lightning strike and the Statue of Liberty, and how it captured and it came down, two bolts like a forked tongue coming down, hitting the statue. Shutter speed, and it's SHUDDER, shutter speed. I saw a photograph of lightning striking the Statue of Liberty. One long bolt from the sky, forked into two, like the Frost poem. Some scholars say the real meaning of road is not what people think. I grew up in a world that believed lightning could not strike the same place twice, but cameras proved it wrong. It's so quick, lightning, one thrust to the ground, to golfers with clubs in the air, to the great statue herself, is actually many hits. We just can't see them. Maybe the Greeks knew, but the scrolls at Alexandria were burned. If you've ever loved someone who sliced up your heart behind your back, and didn't learn of it till later, that her mouth had been struck by a friend's lips, or if a man promises to raise you up into the light, but really means to cage you, who speaks with that famous forked tongue, you'll know it too late. It will end behind your back and right in front of you. It's that quick. So there's a little bit of politics in there, right? This is just pure fun and pandemonium, I guess. I read a lot of John Ashbery, and he has a poem called Title Search, and it's basically a list poem of all the titles of, I can't remember which titles he used, if it was films or poetry titles or what, but I went with mostly animals, and so this is called Title Search. The mouse who lived in the Hamptons, cat balance, forever giraffe, horses among dandelions, 6 sparrows for tea, lions dream about Mars, the chameleon who thought it was a nun, machines of clitoris, the poodle murders, twice the leopard, some lice, crows in pantomime, wolf in the apocalypse, the elephant who slept with the Holy Ghost, alligators in space, the moose who lived in a magnolia tree, geese who love women with red hair, chimpanzee in a strange land, the fox who ate Santa, roosters with cramps, skunk in a furnace, the rattlesnakes of God, elegy for a swan, the secret codes of parakeets, lobsters come for Sally, tuna bells, magic sheep in the Constitution, fear of rabbits, poetry centipedes, swallow worship, the autobiography of Godzilla. In that, I have Some Lice, which is a little play on John Ashbery's Some Trees, and Skunk in the Furnace is a little take off on oh, my memory is so bad. What's his name? That guy from Hawaii that ended up in Hawaii. Who's the anyway? Instead of, it was something in a furnace. Anyway, there's a couple of literary references in it. So this is called Redland, and it's a little place in South Florida west of Miami called the Redlands. Basically, it's a true story that I kind of merged with stuff I made up. There was a guy back in the early 70s who had a band out of Miami, and they had a regional hit called Space Cowboy. It was instrumental. It was just all guitar. And a friend of mine, this girl we went to school with, was dating him. And she invited us down to stay the night at his big mansion down outside of Miami. And so myself and 2 other friends, they were young ladies, we all went down to see Anne and her boyfriend, who was this lead guitar guy in the band that was on the radio at the time. So it's called Redland. There were woodpeckers having a field day out there. It was a big house across from a farm with a tractor halfway gone in the light. Long rows of black earth hissed on the ground just before dark. Afternoon kissed by Faulkner himself. I'd never been to Redland before, and I slept that night with Ludi and Grace in the same bed. Slept with our clothes on. Earlier at dinner, the boyfriend put his fork down like it was a punctuation mark because Anne sneezed. He demanded the why of it because it meant repressed anger, hostility. He was the kind of guy who believed in things. There were bugs on the wall because of it. Orgone energy, he said. Body light that could heal the crestfallen and listless. He talked like that. But Anne 2 months shy of baby time, had nothing to say about it, and boyfriend launched out of the house, whistling through his nose. When Anne sneezed in the middle of the night, like a house ghost, comfortably halfway up the stairs, the argument took up again. The three of us woke up with the air hot and close. That wasn't a popped balloon, I said. Ludi said she just got her period and there was blood between her legs. Grace said, let's get the fuck out of here. This guy was into this orgone energy and had all this list of demands and stuff that they had to sleep on a different kind of a mattress. It was just really strange stuff. And we had to leave in the middle of the night to get away. It was just nuts. I don't know how much time I have. This one's a little bit of a fairy tale kind of crazy thing. Ever after. After he left, the elder daughter walked to her grandmother's house, lived the rest of her life on the burning wheel. Her soul, like an old lamp, dimmed on the floor. There was nothing in her blood when it came, except tiny slivers of glass. When she dreamed of charcoal, because the silence in charcoal was the heart of things she loved. The younger daughter, a shadow, lived in a room where her only friends were a bird and a mouse, playing with a tuning peg and bits of chiffon. They grew old and died. She dreamed of hummingbirds, the kind of hummingbirds that never appear in real life because their colors are beyond belief. Once, a lady in a pink gown threw a pebble at her window. It sounded like a small prayer, like a story that could never come true. As for the mother, at first, men lined up with gifts of chocolate and tulle, sang to her songs they learned from folks who came and went and never asked questions, because everything seemed to hum. When everything hums, there is no need for cruelty. But that changed after little black angels sprouted from her lips. She vandalized Grace with rouge. When she fell in the kitchen, years after the only daughter who loved her left with a woman who took photographs of stones with the face of Jesus in them, no one knew it. A terrible surge of leaves swirled around the house in a great red storm. It rained for the first time in years. Someone from town found a stranger bathing in the stream. There was a comet. There were rumors. I don't know how much time I have left. Do I have time left?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All righty. This is, where did it go? Okay, Sedona. No, Samara. I don't know if you know the story of Samara. It's a fable, I think, I think it's Arabian. Death comes for this guy. He finds out that death is coming for him, and he knows at the specific time and date or whatever. So he moves, something like this. He gets out of town, he travels, he moves away, but to no avail because death happened to be in that town when he got there, kind of a thing. So this is loosely based on that, very loosely. Samara. What about the clouds? They're willing. When we arrived here, weren't we made to feel lofty? Like it might rain, and these folks, neighborly enough, kept us under umbrellas, took us into their homes. Names came slowly, and the children's, as always, were the last ones we remembered. And who could tell one from another, all blonde and blue, on purpose? As for the days that followed, we fell not inadequately into the steam of things. Hal got the job, and I started the play acting group. Their expectations were met with how we dressed, more like them. Even the colors were planned, put them out at night on the bed, and we were in stride the next day, sure. But there's a more purposeful aspect of going away from things, uproot and become strangers, though leopards and spots and all that. Nobody knows anything about us until one of us slips at a party or out walking dogs with Rachel or Biggs. The lag in conversation, the glance, it's unfortunate. Hal almost packed up when I said something about the fire, but I talked him into relaxing on the porch Sundays so the men would be set at ease and the ladies assured of church and so forth. It's why I wear it, this emblem, because of the circumstances. People freeze in the face of it. Besides, this is no different than anywhere else. It's always the same, and we like it here. It's brisk and high. The sky might be a bit heavy, how it swoops low sometimes, and someone goes missing. Easy to brush off, to be expected, really. Hal and I are used to it. The others, well, what they don't know is best kept quiet for their own good. I don't know what that's really about. It's loosely based on that fairy tale legend or whatever, and I don't know who these characters are. They're strange, and sometimes I think maybe they're serial killers. I don't know, but it's just I try to tell it slant while I tell it way slant, and meaning in and of itself is not my objective. It's more atmosphere, ambiguity, and mystery. So it's left to the reader what they interpret when they read it. So, and which is kind of hard to do when it's read aloud to somebody, because if you had to read it on the page, you could reread it if you want. And a lot of these you do need to, if you want to, reread, because I think this is the sort of stuff that you get more out of it if you reread it again, just like a novel, really. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Lenny. Having read them, uh, I can completely endorse what you're saying about the idea of like reading them and rereading them, because kind of the surreal quality of them just keeps, it's almost like wine in like a bouquet. It just like keeps expanding, expanding, expanding. It's like going through like fun house doors to read, to read it. So you just kind of keep going into the labyrinth of each piece, and just follow, just kind of follow the different paths of these prose pieces, and with no expectation of where you're going to go, or where you're going to come out the other end. And that's what I love about that's what I really appreciate and love about the book. The book is Pandemonium. Lenny DellaRocca, thank you so much for kicking off our month of June. So appreciate you and everything you do. And again, the everything, links to purchase are in the chat. So please do press those buttons. Thanks again, Lenny. All right, Kim.
All right, so I'm coming on with
You're coming on.
my sister. Folks, it's like ridiculous when Sandy and I try to introduce each other, because we've known each other since we were just beginning to learn how to be poets many years ago. And we have shared so much with each other about writing and life and the joy of poetry and teaching and community and so much. And it's such a privilege to be able to work together on Cultivating Voices Live Poetry and expand poetic community for many, many people coming at it from so many different directions. And Sandy's voice and her poetry is so different from my own. And I love it so much. And I think it's a real gift as friends to be able to share such really different work that we do, and to watch it grow and change over time. This is a very exciting new collection, everyone, and we are really, really privileged to be part of the launch day because her official party is this evening through Moonpath Press. And I shared that link earlier in the chat, but some of you may have arrived after. So sometime later on during the reading, I will share it again in case you want to hear some more from this wonderful new collection by Sandy. So I'm going to read her formal bio, and then I will put it in the chat when she gets started reading today. Sandy Yannone's debut collection, Boats for Women, from Salmon Poetry in 2019, was nominated for the Forward Prize, and utilizes the Titanic as a central metaphor to explore the intersections of disaster and desire. Other publications include The Glass Studio, Salmon Poetry 2024, an homage to her father's life, his life's work in glass, and her brand new chapbook, which we get to hear from today, Fire at the Big Top, from Moonpath Press. Recent poems appear in Booth and 1 Minute Poems and Lavender Review and many other places. 1 Minute Poems of Poetry audio anthology, and are forthcoming in Skylight 47, Lavender Review, and many more places. She is our beloved host here on Cultivating Voices Live Poetry, my dear friend, and she is the Poet Laureate of Old Saybrook, Connecticut. And I know you love her as much as I do, so let's give a rousing applause now and later, and take it away, Sandy.
Thank you so much, Kim. Here's my little pride heart for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm so appreciative for that introduction, Kim, and that really it's so difficult to encapsulate, what our connection has meant over the years, and I'm just grateful that you continue to, hang out with me as my wild mind maybe gets a little wilder, which is all the more reason for this today to be about Pandemonium. And this book, this chapbook of Fire at the Big Top, because I have my screen on, as you know, you're not going to be able, sometimes things come in and out. This is original artwork from my friend Roxana Groves, who lives in Olympia, Washington, but it's loosely based on actual photographs, and behind me is the actual just an aerial view of what became the remnants of the fire at the Big Top. So this book is based on the true event from the Hartford Circus fire of July 6th, 1944. There's a foreword in the book, and how I come to this story, of course, is its own meandering, strange pandemonium. I learned when I was 12 years old that my father had survived this fire. He had been at the circus this day, and I'd always wanted to write about it, but I never quite could get myself there because back when I learned about it, there weren't books yet written about it, and my father really didn't talk about it. He just mentioned it once and walked away, and then it was over a decade again before I heard him speak about it. Well, what the chapbook itself does is there's some poems about my father's experience at the circus as me hearing him retell the story and what I've come to understand about that, as well as a fusion with, I typically call this the circus fire meets combustible desire. And today I decided I'm going to do the thing that I wasn't sure I was going to do. The central piece in the chapbook is a sonnet crown set at, that takes place at the circus. And I'm going to read, I've only read it once before, and I'm going to read it in its entirety, and it will probably take up the entire time. And so it's a sonnet crown, and if you're not familiar with that delectable thing, you'll hear the last line of the sonnet will become the first line of the next sonnet. And all of these sonnets are named after circus performers. All right, folks. So get your animal crackers ready. We're going to the circus. The Circus Fire Corona, 1944, 2024. This one, the sword swallower. And so she becomes nothing more than everything that I hold in my hands, one with sword, the other sand, that she blows away from the palm of my hand. And those candles too, I light their waxed wicks and watch the glass globes glow from the bed and blow out toward them before they ever burn, too bright, too outrageous. For my dreaded blade, my folly, is too sharp to call these candles hers, mine, ours, although their light is all I promise her I can see from shore to cherished drowning shore. What she can give me is all we fools have until she can see us no more. And what I can give her will repose in my steel-worn heart, sleep with me forever, like a lover, like a darling, darling dare. The Knife Thrower. With me forever, like a lover, like a darling, darling dare, my knives, her tongue plunging, and we are not sure which one, to the skin's alluring surprise, is unfairly sharp, not sure which is prone more to provoke injury, masquerading as defied gravity in our lonesome, uncanny act. Meanwhile, the thrower keeps sharpening blades in anticipation of pointed steel flights. One might miss its mark mightily and harpoon someone's shoulder to this planked circus wall. And still the knife thrower keeps throwing away at the electrified air, enthralled that trusting the universe, like blown glass, works most of the arm's extended time. A glass heart works most of the body's expended time. The Wire Walker. A glass heart works most of the body's expended time travel into a perfect frenzy. I was there on the high wire, with both our bodies twining their inscrutable lines. I was there, willing myself to trust fall further, each night pulled taut without a net, a death-defiant act rivaling the sheets. And I became both flight risk and more reliable, like night redacting every morning, full on, the sun rising, hidden with its fingerprints blown-kissed onto our bodies. I wanted her surprise to entwine me with its netless kisses, endless gifts wrapped in glass paper. See how gleefully each perilous step toward the other breaks free. The Ringmaster. How each perilous step toward the other breaks free from harm and the barbed wire fence. One day you are 5 and you wake to cows making a pasture in your backyard. You ask them to stay in your homemade circus, as years later you ask a ring to stay on a finger forever. as the ringmaster orchestrates the entire circus from its center, bringing the other two rings along for the ride. Where once disaster, where once fire cut through everyone's skin and the canvas tent on a searing July 1944 day, now she and I plant candles in our night garden, watch ourselves grow into the vast shadows their light casts with every unhinged angle two bodies can master together. Here, I have no top hat, no tails. I am naked on the wire. To my knees, I drop. The clown. Hat, no tails. I am not naked on the wire. To my knees, I drop to the chalky dirt and crisp hay, punctuating the third ring as taught in clown school. I look up. The big top surrounds me, cinematic, like a smoking blanket. The ringlings instructed us, especially the clowns, to bring happy to each cotton-candied performance, especially the matinees, where children learn that our glee-worn slaps embody puppy love. Behind our pantomimed play, our faces each bear smears of tragedy. Some of us survived the Hartford fire and still carry those trusted buckets of confetti we wished comedy could have turned into water. For years, we've ferried our clown-filled sorrows elsewhere. See the fire's infidelity in the eyes of the beheld, extinguish our dreams and lies. The band leader. The eyes of the beholder extinguish all unpleasant dreams and lies to arrive at our circus ready to marvel. I baton an enduring overture to create trust in chaos that belies the three rings. I think of the audience as the fourth. Tortured in love, we orchestrate all our accidents and suspects. How musically we sword swallow our sorrows and breathe the next lover into view. She is a shadow at first, circumspect, a G-clef just out of reach. Then in my hands she becomes a wreath of bourboned ice that can melt any fire into candle flame when she exits the circus grounds for good. I do not chase after her ablaze as she was the night before. I do not blame her leaving. I saw her alight, her discretion chaste, her intentions to stay forever pure, her dusky desire to remain in her seat, an assurance of our future. The juggler. To remain in my seat, an assurance that our future of rubber promises could stretch and not falter. I had to believe my hands could perform with anything she desired to place in them. This is why I absolutely leave the juggling to the rarefied air. To believe in anything else is to invite disaster, an impulsive drop at a combustible time. It is to disbelieve in my absolute, well-trained capacity to love what my body does not wish to perform alone anymore. The masters taught us that jugglers cannot let their hands misperform in the eyes of the lusting circus goers. We must hold their gaze until tomorrow unfolds before our greatest earthbound show. The illusionist. Before today unfolded, before our greatest show on earth began, before that incubated time we met, before we whirred into what we could not hold, how did we accomplish this miraculous feat of two breaths being in the same moment, announcing our every act to each other, as if we knew we could perform all without future torment? How did we put on our costumes anew and strip them from our bodies all at the same infatuated time? The The clock knew we were here waiting to fall to the depths of our own fates that seemed to lock us into something we dare not ever choose. And then we chose to dare. We dared ourselves to lose. The trapeze artist. And then we chose to dare. We dared ourselves to lose each other in the air. Every time on the trapeze, upside down, my knees gripping the bar, I closed my eyes, my head dizzy, trusted my hands to please find yours ready and waiting to catch me clean, so we would not displace the crowd that was us, our hands, our serpentines swinging in the air, defying all the loud beloved awe that we heard from the faces daunted below. We were still the flying Walendas after all our intimate daredevil haunting acrobatics above. No one knew this better than us. We trained ourselves to fly uncertainly through the air, to fall without fear of exquisite pain. The human cannonball. To fall through the air without fear of exquisite pain, to make myself the illusion of round as I split the molecules of air and light. Without explaining, I become more circular each flight. I uplift everyone's eyes until they can see no more than I believe resides in this anomaly that the ringlings call my cast iron body. I am encore before I am shot into the crowd's terrified glee. Where I land, no one owns. And this makes me more like the fire that will dislodge the love from what I do, forever extinguish my destiny to go on with the show. I become glove to most of the air. I become a flying trick card. And as for the whip of air I create, I crack it hard. The lion tamer. And as for the whip of air I create, I crack it hard with a dramatic flick of my wrist and a flare, and this is mostly for show, like the charred matchstick that I presume set the air on fire, remains separated from its once burning flame. Who tames whom in this pair is the more insightful answer to earn in this ruin, this riddle. One is lion, yes, and one is roar. No, one is flammable, the other is not. We are two sides of the same coin the carny flips to draw you into his trickery. Heads or tails, I dare you to believe it matters which. The lion's lips or mine kissing your upturned mouth, either will provoke the utmost combustible, charming thrill. The fat lady. So I provoke the utmost combustible, charming thrill with my rolls of skin, my Cheshire cat grin. I draw you in with pound after pound of flesh grilled by sun, soon by flame. Still, I will beat the odds, win over the fire. I am a credit to my sex. Every woman wants to be like me in the dark, larger than life, bearing all her teeth, her cherished children, for one night only, when she becomes more than wife, sister, mother. For when she becomes rich with fat, there is nothing that can stop her from devouring every lover in her widest berth. The bed holds every spat she's held with her night sweats, her beloved scars, and so what woman doesn't want to also be with me, to unburden her buried pleasures, her flaming hips warming my voluminous V, her fierce lips finding their way to my reassuring nipples, fattening inside her mouth, until I am nothing to her, and she becomes nothing more than everything. Well, that's a little from Fire at the Big Top, my friends. And if you want to know more about the fire, my dad, and everything else, I guess you'll just have to buy the book or see me in person when I'm coming to Seattle next week.
Wow, bravo, huzzah, amazing,
Thank you.
Sandy.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you juggle those sonnets, those images, and take us through the rarefied air from one perspective to another. And as you say, the incredible depictions of the relationship, the desire, the risk, the fears with this circus imagery. It's so powerful and rich. It's just so masterful and wonderful, everyone. I know people, you're gonna just love to see all the things people commented on in the chat.
Thank you so much.
So everyone, I'm going to share again as we transition from Sandy, but before we go to the open mic, I feel that it's very special. We want to have a little cheer for you and for Lenny and these amazing featured readings. So everybody unmute for just a moment, please, and cheer for these two extraordinary
Brava, Sandy, brava.
creators.
Amazing.
Congratulations, both of you.
Amazing writing. Amazing.
Absolutely stunning.
We're just in awe, and I am going to return the mic to you, Sandy, to lead us into the open mic list, which I will reshare. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
catch your breath.
Yeah.
Re-drink your glass of water here.
From
Take
who
a
Roxana
sip.
Groves also did this. It says, I'm only in it for the cake.
There you go.
Little pandemonium.
Well, we're only in it for this poetic chaos today, and boy, is it not disappointing. So off we go, everyone. Into
Here we
the open
go,
mic.
everybody.
And thank you again, featured readers.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing the open mic, of course. We'll get to as many folks as we can. A reminder, it's just one poem, up to 3 minutes. I'll be introducing briefly just the names of the first 3 people, and we'll keep it going in the chat so you know who's up next. Just come one after another so we can get to all the readers. And thanks so much, everybody. Our first 3 readers today in our Poets Focus on Pandemonium. And boy, am I ever looking forward to what I know is going to be awesome coming up from all these readers is Rosemary Boehm, Eelka Lampe, and Jude Marr. Can't wait to hear how you all interpret Pandemonium for today. Thanks for being with us.
Well, I nearly didn't want to read because after this, my poem is quite pedestrian. It just doesn't, I mean, this was just so amazing. And I just really don't want to follow you guys. This is just, but anyway, here we go. You can't go home again. The storm took exception to our apple tree, split it right in half. The heavy fruit bruised and muddied, some apples split open. The raw wet wood bleeding sap. The white plastic chairs stopped in their flight by the vines who were holding hands. The vines knew there is strength in knitting together and bending with the wind. Our old walnut tree torpedoed the yellow sand of the front yard with its still green missiles, while the honeysuckle, like the vines, resisted. The eucalyptus lost a heavy branch that broke many of the tiles on the roof of the porch. We left the car at the entrance to our dirt path along the little river that had shrunk into itself. After the elemental onslaught, all our friends were back in business, chatting, growing, the little river gurgling, everyone licking their wounds, accepting. The dirt path is now an asphalted drive, the river reduced to a smelly trickle. The blackberries hacked away, we can't see vines or apple trees. A huge pool where our small one had been, most of the grass covered in cement. The exuberant roses somehow turned into tomatoes and beans. No eucalyptus, no honeysuckle, no walnut tree. The pines must have been a nuisance, losing their needles with such abandon. And then there are always the pine cones. Almost no wind. A gentle early evening sun finds no birches. And the ghosts of what had been whisper, walk away. Thank you.
Hi, Sandy and everybody. Thank you for the spectacular readings, and thank you, Rosemary. I want to give a little trigger warning, although maybe because it's Pandemonium, I don't have to, but I just want to say there are some references to difficult historical and political issues in this poem. Water's wisdom. Water is the great equalizer. It spreads out evenly everywhere. The former cavalry soldiers are now the Hopi, and the other way around, he said. Are former Nazis now the victims in Palestine? And the Holocaust victims now the right-wing killers in Israel? Like yin and yang in Taoism, two fishes circling back and forth. Yes, water again. The infinity symbol lets me understand the perpetuum mobile of it all. So how many times will my soul have to bounce back and forth like that infinity symbol to keep growing, eventually being catapulted out of the loop? And then way up there or down there or all around, witnessing others looping through the learning game of Earth? Is that heaven, nirvana, serenity to stop, moving, growing, questioning, despairing, delighting, learning? Just watching and smiling while bathing in total harmony, knowing for sure that all the little souls who keep struggling and stumbling and thriving will eventually join, quote unquote, me, that is, join the larger, quote unquote, all of us in the bliss of Wu Wei, the not to do. So is he who causes so many of us to suffer and despair and learn in the process what deception and big ego issues are all about. So is he just a catalyst for a better world to emerge? Maybe he and all of us serve a function in this game on Earth, whether we get fired or not. Thank you.
Okay, here I am. This is a treat this evening, two of my favorite poets and a strong start to the open mic. So I'm going with the poem that is the title poem from my next chapbook, which should be out next year, hopefully sometime. It's called Silence Will Not Save Us. Word heat rises, carbon oxidized as oily lies combust. On city streets, we are still breathing, just. Our children trusted us. Masks act as word catchers, trapping holy lies as halitosis, drowning savior fantasies in spit. Still, the unmasked spew their shit. Jugglers, jousters, clowns conjure witty lines to please a crowd, word games to distract, even mimes may misdirect. In my silent room, I pass my cup from one hand to the other. I am the loner, I disclaim. My wasted words already ash. In my room, silent, I smell smoke.
I can't help today but hear everyone's references to fire and smoke. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Eelka. Thank you, Rose. And we're going to go next. Our next three readers, as the chat is helping us out. Laura Gerard, who will be reading together very shortly, up and coming this week. Mona Zamfirescu and Cathal Mac Thréinfhir. Yay! Great to have all three of you with us.
Thanks, Sandy. Thanks so much for your masterful, exciting reading this morning. And you as well, Lenny, that was so evocative. And so anyway, I'm excited to be here and support Sandy with her book. And it's going to be exciting to read with you next week.
Yeah.
So mine's more of a subtle pandemonium today. I hope that's all right. Inkblot morning on Lake Crescent after Farrell Mason. I paddle on mirror water. Sun barely crept over the peak behind me. Approach Pyramid Mountain. My reflection in this lakescape confusing. It appears I could step from my board onto an alpine trail and reach the point soon. A sprinkling of white madrone blooms on the surface travels northward, making matter more confusing. What is sincere, the mountain mirage, my wake in the water, or the flowers adrift? Teeny breeze awakens the lake, disrupts the inkblot, kaleidoscopes and waves. Evergreens elongate, shorten, step sideways into one another. How wondrous this watercolor collision. Ponder problems people face, friends jobless, painful lawsuits. No wonder we forget our places in this one chance gorgeous world and how light travels quickly, how living is a holy act. If it weren't for our stemming challenges, we may not gain perspective, purposes. Gravity and land ground us. Liquid offers freedom on which I float into sky. Again and again, I will board this mirror where I effortless and touch the tip of transcendence, row into miracle. Today's paddle carries church on my phone across the calm. The hymn, This Is My Father's World, witnesses a shimmering trout grasp a smaller one in its mouth. Thank you.
I wanted to thank you also, Sandy and Lenny, for an awesome reading, and everybody else, really wonderful, wonderful to hear you all. I have a poem that I wrote about television. I think it fits the Pandemonium theme. It was a challenge for me to write because I haven't been watching television in years, so I have to rely on my memories of various things that stuck with me. So this is a television ghazal, or ghazal. How hard it is to write a poem about television, maybe a ghazal. The Radif, no doubt, television. What you see is what you get. Resistance is futile. I believe that's what she said out loud on television. When in doubt, just smile. There is a chance you are on candid camera. You know, the crowd television. Where's the beef? Tastes great, less filling. Words like beer drip and drip on draught television. You got it, dude. You're fired. Would you believe that's what the really big show is on Pout television? No soup for you. Bam, you can say that again. But hey, who will hear you reroute your television? We got a situation. Good grief, the tribe has spoken. And that's the way it is. Gone are the days of recount television. Just one more thing, if you don't mind. It takes a liking. You need to find the off switch on this tout television. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Sweet up. That works, I shrug. The end of the joust, the television. Everybody lies. We know. Here's your moment of zen. Are you faring any better now without the television? Yada, 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 up your nose with a rubber hose. Credits? Two wild and crazy guys mount off the television. Thank you all.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you to everybody who's read so far and who will read. As usual, a lovely night to sit down in the evening and listen to some lovely poetry. Thank you, everybody. Well, you caught me in a bit of a hop with Pandemonium, but here we go. Pandemonium, attempted challenge by John Milton here. Anyway, Pandemonium. Deep down within the regions of the damned, where demon lords walk in eternal fire, their legions chained and bannered in shadow, their city walls bathed in infernal flame. In fevered dreams, the walls of hell rise up, salvation lost upon the road of pain. There is no forgiveness to be found here, no cooling water for my burning skin, nor restful ease within a forest glade to seek redemption from the coming night that swallows up my soul in darkness foul and sees me falling to the pit below. Pandemonium sits upon the plains of hell, whose city walls rise dark against the sky, where demon princes sit in council deep, and in blindness I must find my way back, or lose myself forever to the dark. There you go, folks. Hand it back to you. Great night so far. Take care.
Cathal, you got it. You got Pandemonium down. You got it in that poem. Ooh, fantastic. Thank you so much. And Mona Zamfirescu, amazing to use television. And I saw a lot of those references to Seinfeld. I picked up on some of those as well as some of the other ones. And Subtle Pandemonium. What a great title. What a great title for many, many, many things. The undercurrent of Pandemonium brought out by your fantastic poem. Thank you so much, Laura. All right, folks, I'm moving us along as best I can so we can hear as many poems as possible today. It's Cultivating Voices Live Poetry, and today it's our Poets Focus on Pandemonium. And if this is your first time with hearing us today, just a reminder that we have 3 readings a month from September through June. The first Sunday is always a Poets Focus, where we take a word and look at it prismatically through poetry with a couple featured poets and all of you on the open mic. And with that, let us turn to our next 3 readers, Bruce Whitacre, Harvey Soss, and Mona Mehas. Great to have all 3 of you with us today. Thank you for joining us from your corners of the universe.
Hi, everyone, and greetings from Cork. Here's a poem called Making the Accordion Sexy Again. Bellow and squeeze of a keyboard carapace, his fingers lace sounds, launch a caress, player of polkas, spinning dots and skirts over frothy lace, far from this shuffling airport corridor, which he merely distracts. Back straight, his long arms embrace a soundboard for rollerboards. His brown eyes elsewhere in, could it be, moist rapture? A jolt mid-journey, reveries of county fairs, booze-brightened college parties, Saturday nights after hay, broad-chested boys and perky blonde girls, we skipped and spun to the beer-cooled band, old country tunes played in a land plotted in golden squares, Lawrence Welk and his Pax Americana now passing. Still, the squeeze box hardly lives up to its name. Legacy, celebration, and silliness, the cliche so tame. Yet was that a road warrior toe I saw tip? Did a grandmother's scowl just lift just a bit? Pleats open and close, those fingers, notes rise and fall. I do a turn, a sly skip, and hurry on down the hall. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Coming to you from Brooklyn, where thanes on electric bikes scoot about town. This is called Danish Girl About Town. It's an early poem of mine. Let us postulate that Hamlet had knocked up Ophelia quietly, on the sly, and before dying, she gave birth. What would their many times great-granddaughter be like? Would she ever be able to make up her mind before Pandemonium set in? At Costco, at the salad bar, mixed greens or romaine, Thousand Island or balsamic vinaigrette, to add or not to add a hard-boiled egg with just a spot of yolk poking through, resembling the yellowing bleached skull of that Yorick her many times great-grandfather knew. Throw in croutons to crown the dish, or perhaps walnuts. How does one say eeny, meeny, miny, mo in Danish? I bet she would hesitate picking out an outfit to wear each day, having to leave herself an extra hour or so. And should she grow up to be a day trader, working out of the long house left to her, able to employ that extra hour for sleep, she still would have to decide, wouldn't she, once dressed, whether to buy or sell, whether to invest wisely or blow her whole wad on a pale blue convertible. True, I expect she would look Ophelia lovely, the sort of Eurydice any Orpheus would glance back for, good looks like indecision running in the family. A Viking north wind blowing through her hair, blonde and braided as befits royalty. Croutons bouncing out of her undressed salad while she sips a cappuccino, or frappuccino, or cinnamon almond milk macchiato, hold the cinnamon, cruising around Copenhagen with the top down as if she owns it. Swear 'em out.
That's wild. Okay, am I ready? I still see Harvey spotlighted, but that's okay. I'm gonna find my poem and read. You said Pandemonium, and I keep hearing other things like, oh, maybe I should read this one. So you created Pandemonium in my mind.
I
You
love
read it.
that.
So this is one of my longer ones. I don't normally write long. This is called Mentone Avenue. Pay attention now. All the lawns on Mentone Avenue are mowed on Wednesday. Men in Bermudas, women in culottes, riding or pushing the mechanized beasts, their engines heard up and down the street. Everyone on Mentone Avenue trims their bushes on Friday. No one knows who made these rules, but all agree their yards are green, the bushes shaped. People on other streets are envious. Saturday finds Mrs. Johnson sipping a martini, lounging beneath her ancient willow tree. Mr. Brown ogles her from his window. She swirls 2 olives in her fancy glass. Mentone Avenue is empty Sunday mornings when most good people attend the local church. But Mrs. Brown is visiting her mother, and Mr. Johnson has gone golfing. Mrs. Johnson sits alone in the back for easy exit, slips out when voices raise the roof in song. At her car, she drops her keys on the pavement. Mr. Brown is there to scoop them where they fall. Lightning strikes and sparks fly as fingers touch. They glance at the church and laugh aloud. Mrs. Johnson nods toward the passenger seat. Mr. Brown grins and hops inside. Monday morning, Mr. Brown brings 2 coffees to the motel room he shared the night before with Mrs. Johnson, still asleep in bed. He hears a door open and familiar voices. Mr. Brown parts the curtains enough to peek Onto the parking lot, a few cars down, a couple leave the room across the way. The woman sports a scarf like the one he bought his wife. Mrs. Johnson wakes and finds her lover slouching in the chair beside the window with two coffees. She drinks from one and kisses him, but he's silent and points to the sparse parking lot. Taillights leave as Mrs. Johnson peers out. The vanity license plate catches her eye. She stumbles to the bed, spilling coffee on the sheets. Mr. Brown gets a towel to clean it up. Silence fills the car on the long drive back. Pretense rules their homes when they arrive. Mr. Johnson tells his wife about his golf outing. Mrs. Brown talks about her mother. All the lawns on Mentone Avenue are mowed on Wednesday. Mrs. Johnson packs her bags and leaves for Vegas. Mr. Brown spends his time at local strip clubs, but he always trims his bushes on Friday. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mona. Thank you, Harvey and Bruce. So many windows into what provokes pandemonium. It just takes one spark to catch. And there we go. And there we go. And now we go to our final three in the first round of 12. I think we're going to get to our waiting list, of course, if I keep things moving along. Martha Ellen, Nadine Bolkhovitinov, and Catherine Ronan. I see Martha's in the room, so we have a little pandemonium going on in our own
Are you here, Martha?
I see her. I think she needs to unmute.
Sorry.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
No worries. Good to see you.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is needs a little trigger warning for child abuse. Alexander McQueen would love Gareth as much as I do. We're sitting on the floor with the Fisher Price people in a little bus. Vroom, vroom. Another afternoon, another social work forensic interview. Nondescript, sterile state office. Economy of materials. 4-year-old Gareth grabs one, throws it across the room. Oh, who's that? Uncle David. Get lost, Uncle David. You can't play with us. He put his pee-pee in my mouth. It's not your fault, you know. Gareth doesn't know. Then what happened? I put on my cape and flew out the window. Frightened little blonde boy, alone, without divine intervention, flying free in the clouds, saving himself, and taking my court case with him. In that moment, I don't care. I look out the window. I want a cape too. Soaring above it all with Gareth. Late afternoon, overcast. I head for home. Taco Bell, TV tray, a long, empty sleep. I no longer have nightmares. 15 years pass. The stodgy old community health nurse calls, back from a home visit. Atrocious apartment. Gareth and his pregnant girlfriend. They have a Bible nailed to the wall, upside down. Looks like Halloween. Sinister, depressing, uncivilized. No place for a new baby. You should do something. I hang up and look out the window. Daily strutting down Seaside. Defiant, grounded, side by side, goth, smudged eyeshadow, Death hawk, hair dyed jet, inverted crucifix memento mori, scuffed Doc Martens, frayed, Victorian morning black. They never flee, they lead, far ahead of McQueen or Swee. Nightfall in their darkened room, they need no one. Windows blocked, mattress on the floor, spooning, his arm draped over. Gareth caresses her belly. They hold each other close. Holy embrace until sunrise. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Can
go
you?
ahead.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay. I'm Nadine Bolkhovitinov, and my poem is called Pandemonium 2020. And there is a content warning because there's gunshots, COVID, invasion and violence, and talk of extreme isolation. So if any of those things are triggering to you, please leave for the about 2 minutes it'll take to read the poem. It's called Pandemonium 2020. A gun fires or a sharp sound, and pandemonium ensues. An unhoused person in our school lobby necessitated a full-on shutdown. They were probably hungry and struck something sharply with their boot. A list of school shootings reveals at least 6 and up to 68 per year. 2025 was a bad year. We don't have statistics for 2026 yet. I was a school teacher. We hid under desks and counted to 40 and ate gummy worms to escape detection and keep quiet during our drills. When looking backward at a story, some call it 2020 hindsight, one can read all the splinter stories, all the facets of trauma dissected. Like when the pandemic hit at first, it was just a coworker whispering, "Take your computer home. We might not be returning." Following that advice, back only a year later, March 11th, 2020, a national pandemic was declared by the World Health Organization. March 12th, 2020, FCPS canceled schools for March 13th. March 13th, Governor Northam of Virginia declared a state of emergency, forcing all schools to shut down for 2 weeks. There were the long lines for a vaccine. There were the healthy years for us who are totally isolated, yet watching the dead pile up around us, not just families, but dear relatives, on ventilators and lungs filling with fluid, ordering groceries to pick up, going to get a medical accommodation for asthma with a mask on and one of those plastic shields, the fog filling my world, renewing online contact because contact we must have. Cultivating Voices even was formed during this time. I became an online crisis counselor along with my regular work to listen to the weary souls on the edge of their patience and stress tolerance. Talking my people off the edge was what I called it. As teachers, we taught online that year. I turned my mom's and dad's old bedroom into a classroom. I put up colorful posters with the guidelines for cooperation. I sang and used sign language over the computer screen. One day, during a staff meeting, my husband called me. It was January 6th, 2021, and the unthinkable was happening. People were storming and breaking into the Capitol building, all because of someone's hold on some militant group that supported him with guns and spears, and in one case, a buffalo head, a flag painted on his chest. We had come here for democracy and peace. Nothing would ever be the same, even as the same things churned on. Everyone has a corner where they put their clutter. Sometimes we need something from there, but most of the time we keep that door closed. My moment of peace is watching the tomatoes and peppers every day for signs of growth. Every day I don clean socks and underwear. I pray. I make my complex coffee brew after taking 15 supplements to keep me healthy. I let the pup outside and check if more watering needs to be done. I ignore the news. My moment of peace is to withdraw, isolate. I am a witness, but not the only witness.
Hello from wild and wet West Cork. I bring you Cosmic Pandemonium. This poem is called Again and Again. Hermes carries my love to you on winged sandals of desire. In that myth of soaking rain, I steal a thunderbolt. Splashing between dream and reason, I am the beast, minotaur of your mind, walking with hand-spun thread of fate. As huntress, I shear your golden fleece of carnality. Helios cannot rise for 3 days before our friction draws fire. Pain of obsessive love demands we must drink exile. Eris carries discord as the terrible lizard of sleep. Black bile of memory spits anarchy. We are perfectly flawed humans for now. Tomorrow we wake in the milky vault of galaxies and begin again and again and again.
I feel like you could also write a book called Pandemonium. I just, I mean, or a series, just a series, Pandemonium. Cosmic Pandemonium. Cosmic Pandemonium. Well, there it is from the wall. Thank you from West Cork, Catherine Ronan. Nadine, you brought me right back to remembering the pandemonium of isolation and all the witnessing in isolation. Truly, truly important to document and share. Thank you. And Martha, that's a story, a poem where how do we rise above, live from within our own haunts from the past, and that is also more pandemonium. Thanks to all three of you, so amazing. You are watching Cultivating Voices, listening to Cultivating Voices, live poetry. We were just reminded, of course, in Nadine's poem that, of course, we were founded in March of 2020 in what would be in the pandemonium of the early days of the pandemic. And we're here 7 years later, sharing poems together. We've got a couple more folks on the waiting list. And I believe our first reader is Kara Briggs. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Sandy. I just want to, if I can show you this, this is the new CD from Julia Keefe's Indigenous Big Band. And it just came out a month ago. The band is touring the US if you get a chance to see her. Amazing, amazing work. This is an ekphrastic poem from the new collection based on their music. Julia's Indigenous Jazz Big Band makes me feel glad that I'm not dead, from Jim Pepper, saxophonist. Julia's Indigenous Jazz Orchestra rides thunder over the Manhattan skyline, stirring spirits from Carnegie Hall, across Turtle Island, across rumbling volcanic rim of Pacific, makes me feel glad that I'm not dead. Crescendo of saxophone, trumpet, trombone, songbird takes flight. Wichitaito peyote song, no longer illegal. Water drum vibrating from the rainy downtown streets of Portland to the Nimi Poo Appaloosas galloping to the Huckleberry horizon. The 4/4 heartbeat of Earth makes me feel glad that I'm not dead. Crash of whale tails from Sitka Bay to Honolulu's shore. Queen Lukalani's melee filling sunset clouds with song, all the way to the turquoise highway, Red Rock Canyons, Pablo apartments to the sky, Code Talkers boarding school, where we learn to read music. Reading music, what a concept. For what inhabits our ears keeps time with our hearts, circling our heads with the voices of all the ancestors. Makes me feel glad that I'm not dead. Now indigenized to play the spirit of the people, the powwow, the 7 drums, the stomp, the smokehouse, the feast day dances, the people, the real people, inconveniently, indignantly still here. Stars bursting when we hit the atmosphere. We are bursting into who we really are, instrumentalists playing our glorious parts until we all dance the 4/4 rhythm, the signature heartbeat of Oscar Peterson to Jim Pepper, the high-pitched murmur of Mildred Bailey floating in the night sky above the Coeur d'Alene powwow. Makes me feel glad that I'm not dead.
Oh, I've had the pleasure of reading that poem, but to hear you read it is its own beautiful experience. Thank you for bringing it to life for me today. Wow. And the power of music, poetry, dance, and the drum to the antidote, to create its own antidote to pandemonium, out of pandemonium. Amazing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. We close today with Doc Jennings. It's so good to see you.
Better seen than viewed. Mystic Voyage. Painted runes and echoes of life, whispered in magic and music of the wind between the stars, become lucid dreams of light in an eternal dance of silence. A millennium wrapped in the moment and unbound beauty of just before, sketched in the geography of light, inscribed in ancient canyons of time, mapping a mystic voyage into a new day. Infinity cloaked in chaos and change, a perilous venture of arcane unknowns across Chthonian seas of every when, beyond uncharted lands of nevermore and the mountains of rememory. It is a dance of the ninth wave and the future. It is a dance of infinite possibilities. It is a dance of dimensions and existence on the warp and weft of a surreal loom, becoming the endless tapestry of the multiverse.
Thank you so much, Doc. Oh my gosh, everyone. Want to thank all our open mic readers for today. Of course, featured readers, Lenny DellaRocca, a few poems for myself. What an opening to the month of June. And before I give you a few program notes for the rest of that month, how about we please do unmute and show our appreciation once again for Lenny and all our open mic readers for today. for Pandemonium. Thank you.
Bravo, everyone. Bravo.
Yay, well done.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you,
Well done.
Sandy.
Well done, everyone.
Very
Well done.
amazing poems. I had no concept what you each would bring, obviously. And once again, such a prismatic interpretation. Yeah, the joy and the grief, it's all connected in Pandemonium, of course. Well, folks, we will have more Pandemonium next week. We have a stellar new book showcase for you. It's our special Pride Edition new book showcase. We will have this quartet joining us. Robin Becker, Kelly Russell Agaton, Teo Shannon, and Stacy Waite. If you are not familiar with these poets, spend a little time with their biographies this week. You will be enthralled and you will be in amazement and anticipation of our new book showcase, our final new book showcase for the spring season before we go on hiatus. That is next Sunday, my friends, at the same time, same bat channel, same pandemonious host. Sorry, can't get rid of me for that. And we'll be with you Sunday. And of course, mark your calendars for 2 weeks from now. It's our 7th annual Poetry Pride Parade, and we will be celebrating its 50th anniversary. We will be having the folks from Sinister Wisdom joining us, as well as all of you on the open mic. Well, that's it for today's program. Again, I want to thank everyone for playing along with Pandemonium today. And as I always say at the end of every program, folks, take great care of yourselves this week. Take exquisite care of your beloveds. And of course, keep writing your remarkable poems. We need them in the world. They are the antidote to Pandemonium. I'm Sandy Yannone for Cultivating Voices Live Poetry, with thanks, of course, to Kim Ports Parsons and Don Krieger. And we will see you next week for our new book showcase. Take care, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.